profound statement, no doubt. We are running short for time, so I want to open it up for a few questions from the audience. So
absolutely,
we'll take some questions. I don't know if we have a microphone for the audience, or I'll repeat them, or I'll run down because you're close.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, so I wrote my question down because I knew I'd be nervous speaking with you. Amazing movie, and actually this is good. It bounces off of what you just answered. I had noticed that while there was a mention of religion, there wasn't specifics on the difference between the religions. There was no talk of any the base of each religion, and if that has any problem with the conflict. But there was a lot of mention of ego, of dignity, of ego between man and wife, of ego between both sides. Even the last scene was also very about ego, about how Israel has done so. How Israel has done so much, and why isn't he being appreciative? So do you think that the problem, or do you agree with the interpretation that the problem is based on human flaw in general, and from attacking it from that perspective, something can be changed?
Look, to answer your question, it's a difficult question to answer, and it certainly is a little bit of a philosophical question, and I'm not so intellectual about answering these questions in an analytical way, but all I can tell you, if I wanted to make a film about all the details, I would end up with a 6-hour movie, if you want to dwell on everything. I had to keep it to the bare minimum, because I knew that the story had to be about those characters, and like you said, you used a good word about the ego, and about their pride, actually, more than the ego. This is where I had to concentrate, and if I wanted to dwell into the religious and the political aspect, I am not an expert in Middle Eastern politics. I lived through 1982 Israeli invasion, I lived through the 2006 when Hezbollah and Israel were at war, I lived through a lot of battles, but I'm still not an expert. I kept on taking this film into the direction of the drama. I wanted to create, the drama that holds the most. I did not want to get bogged out of the politics, because I would have screwed myself up. I don't think I would have come out of it. It was a tight rope. During the screenplay writing, I knew that there are a lot of landmines I had to walk through, because no matter what you do in these kind of stories, you're going to compel people to be angry on this side or on that side. I didn't do a film to please, or like some people say, it's a very balanced film. I didn't set out to do a balanced film. It's a film about those characters. And to tell you the truth, as a filmmaker, I enjoyed the most working with the crew and the cast. People keep thinking about what's the message in the film, what are you trying to say? I'm not trying to say anything. I don't have any message in particular. It's just going to the set every day, sitting down with all the actors, discussing the scenes, arguing about certain things. Reymond is an analytical person. Evgenia is less of an analytical person. Ali is a very instinctual person. He did not. Every time I would analyze, he said, "Don't analyze. Just tell me what you want." I said, "Well, okay, I want you to cry." He said, "Okay, action, roll camera, action," and he would cry. I said, "Okay, I need another tear. Can you give me another tear?" He said, "Okay, roll down," and he would give it to me every time. It was such an interesting process to work with those actors, because everybody has his own ways. And then when I think today, the film is opening, it just opened in the United States, it's open in a lot of countries in Europe, and it's been very successful, actually. All that matters to me right now is that if the film holds together or not. I do not have any particular message to make. I am not an expert. All I can say is I appreciated this experience, and I want to thank you all. I want to thank all of you. And I want to thank all of the actors and the cast who came. Why does Evgenia look sad? Are you sad, Evgenia? You look sad. No.
She's sad because you're not here.
Yeah.
I want to take one last question from the audience before we finish up. Yes, ma'am. Oh, sorry. You got it first.
You told that it was a very important journey for you. So I wanted to ask you: did you learn something new about Israel and Israeli nature?
Did you learn something new about, if I heard it correctly, did you learn something new about Israel through the process?
Yeah, because
Israel's nature, to be specific.
I stayed a long time in Tel Aviv, actually. I stayed almost 11 months, and I came 3 times in a row. The first time I came was in the year 2000, and then I came in 2007, and then 8, and then 11. So I've been back and forth, and I had to spend... I wanted to immerse myself as much as possible so I understand the details, how to film Tel Aviv, because Tel Aviv is a very modern city, and I wanted to show how the people talk and walk, and just the little details about it. Did I understand things? I understood that you guys, I've had a complete different perception of the Israeli public before. What do you expect? Coming from Lebanon, we do not understand you very well, just as much as you don't understand us very well. But at the same time, I came to the conclusion that you are just as fragile as we are, you're just as insecure as we are, you're just as, probably all the people that I work with, they believe this thing should be solved. To me, being able to be in Israel has kind of demystified that scary element of the Israelis. And you're sitting down, you're talking to people, you're having coffee with them, you're smoking a cigarette with them. Automatically, it humanizes that enemy that we thought always was an enemy. Today, I have a different perspective. And when people in the Arab world are asking, even when I went on Al Arabiya channel, and I said exactly the same. I said what I felt. I tell them straightforward, this is how it is. This is how I've experienced it, and it was a positive experience. What do you want me to do? To go say that I do not hold on my past belief. It does not mean that I forget the reality on the ground. There is this sad reality on the ground. I've experienced it every time I was going from Tel Aviv to Nablus, getting stopped at this checkpoint in Ariel. It was upsetting, but this is one aspect of Israel. This is not the total aspect. I've seen another aspect that was terrific. And what can I say? I am disarmed. I might be scrutinized for what I'm telling you right now, but I don't care. It's the truth. I had a terrific experience. I would do it again.
So, I think we figured out the solution to the Middle East peace crisis, and that is for everyone to make a film with the enemy and learn new things about them. I also have to say and credit the Jerusalem Film Festival here. This is right now the only place in the Middle East that is showing this film. Unfortunately, many of the Arab countries have not picked it up, and possibly, I would go as far as saying, have banned the film. So I definitely need to applaud the Jerusalem Film Festival for having the ability to film.
So I would like to meet the co-screenwriter. Would you mind, very quickly? She was so involved in this project since we can see the show. She's young. Very quick. Because I think she worked on the script with me all the way through. And Kelvin, can you? Yeah. This is
I just want to thank the 3 of you for having the guts to come up here on stage. Thank you to the audience for staying and listening to the questions. Ziad, thank you for, I don't know what time it was for you, I think it worked out nicely. Alicia, over to you.
Ziad, I just wanted to very quickly, I wanted to thank Isaac, firstly. Thank you so much for being part of this. I didn't feel like I could be part of this because I was too connected to the film. But thank you for leading such a beautiful conversation. It's much too short, and it feels like we've worked so hard to make this happen, and now we have to run. But we'd love to get the cast to come up on stage, and the crew and everyone that's connected.
I want to see them too.
Yeah, we're going to have to stay there. We're going to take a picture of you. You will be here. People who spoke for you, you spoke for yourself. We're all going to get up stage, and there'll be a picture with you here. Okay? And bring Joel back as well. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. תודה רבה.